Dan podcast ini tajangan khas oleh Miraj Advisory. Kalau korang tengah fikir nak cover diri dengan insurans, tengah cari kerja baru, Miraj Advisory boleh bantu guys.
Betul tu. Mereka bukan sahaja boleh buat insurans tapi boleh guide korang dalam bab kewangan juga. Kalau nak tahu lebih lanjut, kau boleh call ataupun WhatsApp di 8168 72225.
Dan korang boleh follow Miraj Advisory kat social media. Semua update pasal peluang kerja, investment dan tips juga.
Selamat datang dan selamat kembali ke Next Home Talk Show bersama saya Ashraf Osman.
Saya Faizal Rahim.
Dan saya Iwan Jumaat.
Dan podcast kali ini kita bersama dengan, ni first episode lah actually. Kita bersama dengan Cik Feroz daripada Miraj Advisory. Apa khabar Feroz?
Wah, baik, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah aku dah kenal kau for a few years, you know, the friendship. I love the character that you have in yourself, the way you portray yourself. You're such a cool guy actually.
Oh, thank you very much.
Ya. Kita tak tahu jawab lah.
Tapi
Boleh angkat
cool
lah.
Ya, cool lah. Bagus lah.
Betul, Firas memang cool lah.
Memang cool lah.
Boleh tengok dia jauh kalau dia jalan dia macam Tai Long tau.
Oh, Thailand.
Aku kalau tengok kalau let's say dia pakai anti mask, bangle apa semua nampak takut je aku.
Tapi Feroz dia bukan gangster, dia bukan Thailand.
Betul.
Dia orang yang ada wawasan yang running his own company, Miraj Advisory. Aku rasa bukan asing lagi lah. More or less in the financial industry, people already know Miraj Advisory. What do you think? Kau rasa orang dah cukup kenal dengan Miraj Advisory ke macam mana?
Aku rasa belum cukup kenal lagi.
Belum lagi
Because based on the Muslim population or the community out there, the whole entire Singapore population, we are nowhere there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if we talk about the Muslim population, aku actually did an experiment lah. I did a seminar, came in a seminar and asked them lah, who ever hear about us lah. So based on the whole entire percentage, about 30% of them actually heard about us.
Okay.
Right. So eventually, Alhamdulillah, you know why? Because when I pitched to those people there, I managed to convert 100%.
Yeah.
Correct?
Ya, betul.
Correct or not? Because everybody attend, they then know lah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Who is Miraj lah. So this is kita punya journey out there to reach out to the community to at least know that there are other options available.
Yes.
And we are one of those that kau boleh reach out to lah. There's I mean any other people also out there boleh lah. Tapi kau boleh choose lah.
Betul.
Ya.
Dan kau akan choose yang terbaik lah.
Then up to kau to decide lah. Mana yang terbaik, mana yang tak. InsyaAllah.
So kepada pendengar yang belum tahu lagi, aku myself engage Feroz to handle all financial aspects and also the coverage of diri aku sendiri, insurance. And macam mana Feroz? Kalau kita cakap pasal coverage diri ni kan, yang basic punya coverage dulu lah, yang macam mana aku engage kau kan, kau boleh explain sikit tak in summarize?
Protection benefit is very important. I think our government is also encouraging things like your integrated shield plan for you to make sure that you are also covered. If you notice, there are other media team also who explain about this particular integrated shield plan. Because based on different case studies dengan scenario which is made available out there. Ada orang, example aku buat case study juga
Yeah.
So I have this particular client admitted to hospital because of blood cancer. Okay. At that point of time cannot sign up the insurance because why? Already got pre-existing illnesses which is diabetes. Correct or not? So whatever treatment that she has to undergo or he has to undergo, they have to fork out own cash.
Okay.
Right, so that's the first case scenario. So second case scenario, orang ni alhamdulillah healthy, onboarded with the whole entire structure into the scheme itself.
Yeah.
There is definitely fine prints that needs to be communicated to the client lah. So this person 4 years later met with an accident, RTA. Total hospitalization bill cost was about 190k. Okay, AIA actually covered the whole entire cost lah.
Selamat.
Yeah. So when we talk about all these aspects, right, we do not know when or how this thing will happen. But what you need to remember is that when things like this happen, right, at least you have a certain tool for you to utilize it so that you'll be able to so-called claim. And most of them, bila aku berbual dengan consumer kan, dengan klien-klien semua, diorang actually first thing come in the mind they find us first.
Yeah.
Because money involvement lah.
Correct.
And their worry is how am I supposed to pay all this? Right. So that's the next worry, third thing is that they will ask us like, okay, this one can claim or not. So we advise them accordingly lah. Okay, kau boleh pergi macam gini. Which ward you can go, how's the treatment going to be like. So there are a few questions that we ask them first. Then they will just go through the process lah. That's how it works for protection basis.
Okay.
Second, we talk about the next topic lah, about let's say macam term macam insurance which covers death.
Covers death, yes.
Covers
Correct.
death. So death ni basically is like something like our home protection scheme. Right, it's made available, which is a national scheme. When you buy any HDB flat, you'll be auto enrolled until this thing called as home protection scheme.
Yeah.
Payment wise, you'll be using your CPF punya OA lah to make payment lah.
Yeah.
They will cover whatever existing loan amount that you need to be covered. Right.
Okay.
But the thing is that when the person has this HPS, if the person has medical condition, the person will not be able to apply
Betul.
HPS.
Correct.
Am I right to say?
Yeah.
Correct. So when this situation happen, then what happened? How they going to cover the mortgage loan?
Okay.
So people are actually encouraged to actually buy a standalone, right? Plans or term plan for them to cover their so-called mortgage loans using an external party punya term plan lah. This will then help them to ensure that at least if in the time of means needed, house A to house B, they want to switch over, there is a term plan there. Okay, put it in a case scenario example, a client of mine who has breast cancer. Okay. So she's currently staying in a 5-room flat, HDB.
Okay.
She cannot sell away the flat.
Why?
Because the worry is right now, kalau aku jual rumah ni, aku nak kena switch to the next house.
Yes.
Right. Then my HPS is not valid anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the first worry. She has a term plan, right? But the term plan is meant to only be kept for the kids,
Okay.
for the survivorship. Because why? If she's no longer around, right, then how her husband gonna manage everything?
Okay.
Because it's a combined income towards the family, right? They need that money to survive.
Yeah.
So these are the so-called short change or things that people do not foresee the problem.
You're right.
Yeah. So that's where you have a third party who comes in, who understand your needs, who understand your priorities. Then from there kita akan kasih kau the diagnosis towards the problem.
Betul.
Right. So once we have that, then obviously there's a solution to it. Right?
Yeah.
Then we propose the solution accordingly lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I give you?
Yeah.
Can I give you a question?
Yes.
Okay. As for HPS, we talk in generals lah. In terms of property. Okay, not only critical illness. Now HPS are very strict. Even though if you have high blood pressure, your mental not stable, and then you are talking about diabetic. These are considered you are not allowed to take up the HPS. Okay, if you have the records. So we have these clients where CPF asks them to go for medical checkup because they have the records lah. Dulu kalau tidak it's only a critical
Terminal illness.
Terminal illness. But now it's diabetic, high blood pressure, asthma, this kind of thing. So kalau my clients tak boleh cover the HPS itself, instructed by the CPF, can the third party take over? My clients buy the third party insurance to cover for the HPS?
Okay. So it's a case-to-case basis depending on the severity of the particular condition lah. So example, let's say we talk about high blood pressure. High blood pressure on our side, kita akan declare lah apa kau punya reading semua. Then nanti underwriter akan go through with the whole entire process. Then they will see whether they accept the case, they will reject, or there might be loading. Loading is whereby kau kena bayar extra sikit lah.
Oh, okay.
But things like asthma, usually based on my expertise or based on my submission for the client, usually asthma dorang akan approve.
Okay.
But they might have a exclusion towards it.
Like,
Which is example, maybe kalau kau mati based on asthma, then there's no payout.
then why you take up the package if let's say you have the asthmatic then?
Correct. But then if let's say you die peacefully without asthma,
Oh, okay.
understand?
Yeah,
Let's say
yeah.
example, maybe the person pass away because of lung cancer.
Yeah.
It's still covered, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's only one particular thing that is not covered. So to me, I mean, if other people cannot provide, our side can cover, then why not?
Then in that case, kalau blood pressure, pass away because blood pressure, then you got heart attack. So it indicates heart attack or blood pressure?
Okay. So good. So whenever we submit the so-called the medical punya underwriting, we will indicate what's the whole thing. Then there's a question that they need to submit. Then underwriter the validate everything done. then there's a counter offer that come back. So the counter offer already will clearly states that okay, if death occurs due to high blood pressure, then no payout.
Okay.
Then client need to sign that document and submit. So client is aware, agent is aware, company is aware. So everything is actually very fair and very out there, very
Transparent lah.
It's transparent lah.
So if let's say you have a blood pressure, high blood pressure, tetapi you pass on because of your heart attack, so you still can have the payout.
If you have blood pressure,
Because
but
blood
you pass
pressure
on
can
based on
cause you heart attack.
heart attack, right? Okay, so in that whole entire counter offer, they will only indicate based on whatever that is required lah.
Okay.
So example, if let's say underwriter feels that heart attack, it is supposed to be inside the document, then they write that.
Okay. So macam mana this underwriter determine to approve the case? For example, macam HPS, you need to go to medical checkup.
Okay.
So for underwriter?
Sama juga. So basically, it depends on whether the underwriter want to send you for medical checkup or not. Okay, then they have a set of SOP that you need to follow.
Okay.
They already have that certain manual lah. So they follow that guideline. Then from there, it's due to their own jurisdiction whether they want to approve the case or not.
Okay.
So it's very clear cut one.
So the payment wise also can be paid by CPF?
No, cannot.
Okay.
It's cash.
So the HPS can pay by CPF, but this
Correct.
one third party you have to pay in cash.
Correct, because HPS is actually a national scheme which government allow us to do that.
I see.
But third party one with an insurer, no.
Okay, how much did it cost? Ranging from how much to how much to take up this policy?
Okay, so
Bukan package
it really depends.
Bukan package
It really depends on age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoker, non-smoker, male, female.
Lepas tu aku lebih sikit kena bayar.
So kalau kau smoker, obviously the payment will be higher.
But you think now they will add or not? Vape or vapes?
Actually, vape is already embedded into the questionnaire.
Oh, really?
Dah a few years already.
Okay.
So if you don't smoke cigarette, you smoke vape, then you be.
We have to also indicate lah.
So about how much is that cost? If you understand?
Let's say example, maybe for 24-year-old,
Yeah.
female non-smoker, she apply 1 million, average about $30 a month.
$30 a month.
Still okay wah.
Yeah, okay.
1 million lah, 1 million.
1 million.
Because I have
1 million of the assets or 1 million to cover
1 million sum assured.
loan.
1
Sum
million
assured.
sum
Sum
assured.
assured.
Because I have a agent who's 24 years old back then. I told her to apply. Then she say for what? Then I say because it's cheap. Because they're young. Then she applied.
Okay.
Then right now she's already about 30 plus.
Yeah.
Then when she look back, she tell me, "Hey, thank you so much for advising me."
Yeah, of course lah, $30.
Because it's $30.
Yeah.
And right now when she quote, the price went up.
Berapa
I think it's about close to about 60, 70, 80 around there. Kot.
Double, syak.
Yeah. So that's how it works for term lah.
Okay. So that terms, that policy is a payout of 1 million ke just because you cover to clear all the debts, because it's a HPS cover the balance loans of your mortgage loan.
Yeah.
Right. So kalau if you pay $30 for 1 million, then your mortgage loan is only $500,000. What happens to another $500,000?
Okay. So if let's say there's a sum assured of 1 million, mortgage dah bayar $500,000 kan, then the balance $500,000 is for the family to live on their life lah.
Oh, that's good.
That's how it works.
That's good. That's good.
So disclaimer is just a rough gauge lah. It's not an accurate amount.
Correct.
It can be higher, it can be lower. Depending, you sit down, then we can then consult, then we will then know what's the amount.
I think for this type of cases, I think it's best if you guys meet Firoz personally, then dia akan consult better lah. Pasal kat sini dia just overview sikit je kan.
Betul.
Now, before we start the podcast tadi, Firoz ada this conversation dengan aku which dia cakap macam market every 4 years, is it? That's what you mentioned? Dia akan crash or something like that. So
It's a pattern lah, it's a pattern.
ada pattern yang Firoz mention tu aku, which aku find it interesting lah. Probability next year ada chance market akan crash. Jadi I don't know the companies, because aku nampak dekat social media, one of the editorial company, the Independent.SG ada mengatakan yang right now fresh graduate struggles to get jobs, and then when they struggle to get jobs, dorang nak try internship pula. So bila dorang nak try internship, before dorang nak try internship, dorang nak dapat kerja tu susah pasal they require 3 to 5 years of experience.
Betul.
So sekarang dia macam ada influx of people yang sekarang fresh graduate susah nak dapat kerja. Lepas tu aku nampak our senior prime minister pula, dia ada this clip kat Straits Time mengatakan yang about foreign worker, yang kita kat Singapore ni tak boleh dismiss foreign worker. We need them.
That's what I think just now when you say about this undergraduates.
Aku play clip dia jadi kau dengar. It's quite interesting actually. Okay, kau dengar ni.
Ferrari or Lotus or whatever down the middle of the road in the middle of the night just to let everybody know that you have arrived. I will solve the immigration problem. It can't be solved. These are trade-offs. You need immigrants, you need migrant workers, you need professionals to come, and you need them in quite large numbers. 2/3 of our workforce, roughly, are Singaporean, but a very important part, 1/3 of that, which is more than 1 million numbers, are foreigners, all the way from CEOs of banks and MNCs to skilled professionals of all kinds to construction workers and unskilled, not so skilled, but desperately needed people to man our whole system. And you've got to manage not just the security risk, because some of them, may bring in their foreign.
Yeah, so more or less it's about that lah. So apa pendapat korang tentang macam ni, like kita punya fellow fresh graduate Singaporean susah dapat kerja, at the same time dapat tahu aku apa dengar daripada senior prime minister yang macam okay, this immigrant thing, this foreign worker thing is, kita tak boleh terus dismiss, or still is ongoing and they need more. So macam mana tu kita punya ekonomi?
Then lower your expectation lah.
I don't know, man.
Lower your expectation because which is I agree with what siapa ni minister cakap?
Lee Hsien Loong,
Former. Okay, memang betul lah. Why they engage 1/3 of these immigrants or migrants itself? Because these people specialize on their trade. Example, if
you mean
say,
the skill is
the skill.
Okay.
Yang macam dia cakap, CFO semua kebanyakan lah foreigners. Kenapa they engage the Bangladeshis, the Indians to do the constructions, not into the macam kita discuss about the maid agencies, where maids, because it specialize dia punya own trades. Singaporean nak kerja macam itu ke? We ever discuss about F&B as well. Kau nampak lah F&B. Ada tak Singaporean kerja as F&B? The most is barista saja.
Adalah
segelintir
lah.
Segelintir, but tak semua. So they have to reduce their expectations rather than they apply. For example, if they apply pada aku kalau kau graduates, if let's say you are competing with engineers itself, then you're competing into technician first lah. Your chances are higher. Maybe your pay also is higher comparable to higher NITEC or NITEC ataupun diploma holder. Tetapi you go for a lower skill first lah. But you cannot compete with the specialist already.
Tapi aku tak tahu macam based on like macam datang kita pun cari staff juga pekerja. Macam tak ada orang apply. Tapi at the same time bila kita tengok komen orang banyak complain pasal tak ada kerja, susah nak dapat kerja. Aku tak tahu in your industry orang nak jadi insurance agent ni semua kan. Financial apa dia panggil? FSC.
Financial Services Consultant.
Financial Services Consultant. Macam mana dia punya orang punya expectation tu macam mana, and then ada tak foreign worker juga yang kau punya company ambil ke macam mana?
Kita ada yang foreign workers who actually apply. Actually I got a few yang actually reach out to me application lah. Tapi aku sendiri tak ambil because they be under the work permit pass, S pass.
Okay.
And the thing is that aku nak kena keluarkan gaji diorang bayar. Which aku don't feel comfortable doing it lah.
They don't get commission basis only.
There's certain schemes that they are under which is a separate scheme.
Okay.
Because of Singapore structure, because this job that we have here as a financial services consultant, right, it is actually protected for kita Singaporeans as well as Singapore PR.
Oh, for FSCs?
For FSCs.
Okay.
Because we're dealing with people money. And then there's also license codes that need to be issued out lah. So back to the question just now, the topic that you guys were talking about pasal foreign workers, right?
Yeah.
I feel that I think foreign workers are needed to a certain extent because there are certain jobs out there that kita Singaporeans not willing to do.
Betul.
Example, kalau aku tanya Cap, kau willing to become a construction worker building buildings or not? Are you yes or no?
Okay, I can actually debate on this topic lah. Because of salary, bro. Singaporeans tak nak buat this job because of salary. So kalau let's say kau cakap aku, Cap, kau nak buat construction tak? Okay, berapa kau nak bayar?
Okay. For example, let's say aku cakap okay 2,000 satu bulan.
Tak nak lah.
Tak nak kan?
Tak nak.
Okay, so right now, right, yes, I agree with what one say also, is kita punya expectation on a certain job. I mean, if you ask me whether I want to do this work also, right, then we feel that we actually underskilled.
Betul.
If we supposed to do that. Because we feel that kita pergi belajar so high, up to diploma, or maybe some of y'all going to go through ITE.
Provided got higher
degree,
qualification lah.
blah, blah, blah. You all have a certain skill set.
Yeah.
There is a psychological thinking in your mind that I go through so much hardship. Your parents invested money to the education system for you, plus the government invested certain amount of education system for you also, so that you can come out and do more skilled work that would develop the Singapore economy. So this is what I feel that Singapore standpoint is lah. Right, we need to make sure that Singapore is being developed in the country. They cannot offset those immigrants also, or foreign talent, I would say. It's because they are also needed in Singapore community. Like example,
Okay, give you.
The foreign workers who do buildings.
Yeah.
Developer tak boleh cari Singaporean buat apa. Example, let's say aku employ Acap inside aku punya development project, aku bayar dia let's say 10,000. Confirm dia buat punya. Betul. Tapi aku punya price of houses would definitely shoot up.
Yeah.
Because aku punya costing goes up.
It's very high.
Yeah.
Right. So as business owners, right, we always think about business costs.
Yeah, cost and
How
profit,
can we lower
Reduce.
our business costs, right? Then right now, I mean, what Acap just now read was, fresh graduate right now is a bit hard for them to get jobs.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe is it because of the economic outlook for next year? When businesses reduce their employment, in a way they are also afraid that whether are they able to sustain payment for the employee, right, for next year. Because they are kind of preparing maybe a recession which is happening. Allah Alam, I do not know.
Yeah.
So they have their own so-called economic aspect, or maybe their certain company punya projection. How many employment I should employ, etc. I feel that when the last quarter comes in, right, it's harder for people to find job.
Last quarter, yes.
Last quarter lah. Usually the employment kicks in usually in the first quarter, second quarter of the year. And that's when people
After get the bonus.
company will start hiring lah. But also depending on economy.
But the hiring process where they looking for this kind of individual punya job scope, tapi diorang require 3 to 5 years of experience, tu yang fresh graduates susah nak dapat kerja.
Pada aku as a business owner, okay, I'm more focused on a business owner. You try like macam tadi, macam Firoz cakap, we reduce down your budgets. Okay, what if let's say you can do certain things? We have discussed these matters also. What if let's say we can do the same things on a part-timers or full-timers? The cost is, if let's say the part-timers can do, you see, the same job, then why you engage a full-timer? Another thing, I give you an example. What if let's say one post, an executive, okay, 4 years, 5 years, doesn't matter. It is only a requirement. Tetapi I'm a graduate of Singaporean. I ask for 4,005. I'm a immigrant, specialized in that. I offer you 2,005. Same job. As a boss, siapa kau ambil?
Immigrants lah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because you try to reduce down your cost. What if let's say the undergraduates ask, instead of 4,005, they ask for 3,000, and the immigrants ask 2,005. As a boss, I can consider.
Okay. What if let's say the Singaporean also the tune down the expansion to 2,005, but the foreign talent also 2,005, but they have the experience, but the new Singaporean tu tak ada experience fresh graduate.
Okay.
Of course the boss akan ambil yang pekerja ada experience apa, pasal aku tak nak ajar this new person to.
But you have to remember, if 2,005 is only the pay, not inclusive with the levies, everything, and the accommodations, all everything. You have to consider that as well.
Part tu aku rasa sebab kebanyakan bos semua dah akan fikir is apa yang dia nak is immediate result. So immediate result dia tak nak train dia punya staff semua, dia nak kerja semua dah terus dah jalan.
Then don't go for the executive. Go at the lower tier first, as I mentioned. You are at the upper hand. If let's say you're competing with someone is lower tier, the qualification is slightly lower than you, when you can offer the same pay, you just have to take it.
That's where Feroz punya point comes in. Like we study hard already, cannot be my pay 2,005.
And my point is
Doesn't
basically
justify
lower
that.
your expectations rather than you don't have a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
If let's say you think that you are graduates and you don't have any experience and you are asking for the price at particularly at let's say normal price, normal market 4,005, you are competing with the foreigners now.
Yeah.
They can offer you better.
Probably that's why sekarang ramai yang fresh grad pun dorang dah buat this gig job, food panda, deliveries, because they can earn, sky is the limit, they can earn anything.
Lower lah instead of executive.
Sometimes ego juga lah, Cap.
Ego.
Yeah,
I mean, for me lah, if as long as I'm willing to learn and you are giving me an opportunity and I'm the freshies to work, I don't mind at the lower tier a bit.
Yeah.
I gain experience. You need 5 years, right? Okay, I work for 5 years. Tak kisahlah, instead of 4,005, my job maybe 2008 or 2000, just take up first rather than you don't have.
Might as well I straight join Mirage. What fresh grad, no experience. He can guide me everything.
But
commission.
you need money. Your
Ask
money is
for loan lah.
commission.
Ask for loan.
You're talking about commission.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have an experience of fresh grad that comes in. His market wise also not that strong because kawan-kawan semua fresh grad.
Okay.
So alhamdulillah, he's actually one of my strongest FSC right now.
Strongest.
That's a
eh?
drive.
Strongest. But he's a very hardworking guy.
Yes,
when he
drive.
first joined in, every day dia akan pergi ketuk orang punya rumah, which is door knocking lah. I mean those days that we are actually allowed to do it. Right now we are not allowed to do it.
Oh, not allowed.
Not allowed. After COVID, they actually stopped. Actually during COVID they already stopped.
Oh.
Yeah, so we are not allowed to go out there and do so-called street prospecting atau door knocking.
This
lah.
is for all business or just for
only for
FSCs?
for FSCs at this point of time.
Oh, only.
What I heard is I think property, other Singtel apa, mak jangan mention. Other telecom companies or other business punya sales punya people, I think they still can door
knocking.
Yeah, so which is something that is very unclear. But coming back to the topic about companies employing foreign talents, right? But there's a ratio that the government actually come up with, what? Right, which is actually, aku nak kena employ one Singaporean atau a few Singaporean.
Yes.
Then aku boleh dapat satu foreign
One for one.
foreign talent per, right? So there's a certain guidelines that the government has already come up with, right? So in order for the company to employ people also, a bit susah. Let's go back to a case study. Like example, my client. My client who runs a trading company have to carry a lot of heavy stuff. So he tried to employ a Singaporean to do the job.
Okay.
The Singaporean didn't last long, honestly, because it's heavy job. Nak
Okay.
kena angkat kata, nak kena
Physically,
letak
yeah.
van, nak kena deliver. So it's very physical job, no.
Okay.
So this guy, it was actually about 20 years old plus. So 7 days, that's it. He MIA.
Okay.
Next one came in, Singaporean juga. Few days later, hilang. Then he sat down, he start thinking, how am I supposed to
Get the job done.
to get this job done, because I can't be carrying all the way because I have to manage everything.
Yeah.
So what he did was basically he has his admin staff, his other system all laid out already, settled already. Then eventually he had no choice but to actually get a foreigner to work for him.
Yeah.
And alhamdulillah, I mean the foreigner, when I see him work, hardworking. He can, no complaints, he carry put because I'm there sometimes
Yeah.
to go and visit them. Very hardworking guy. So I'm like,
As long as balance lah.
it's balance lah.
Yeah.
And then the kerja is like from 8 to 3 p.m. After 3 p.m, kira he will call the boss, no. Boss, kerja habis. Dia balik. Then dia cakap, okay, can, go back. 3 o'clock.
Oh, cepat
Landing.
lah 8 to 3
So 8 to 3, but kerja very energy taking lah. Yeah, but it's okay lah. To me, I think we cannot just dismiss them. It's just like the same Singaporeans. Some of them, they go overseas to go and work.
Yeah.
Right, because they want to get that experience,
Experience,
from there.
correct.
They want to build their portfolio. So it's the same thing. Maybe foreign talent who comes here also, they are still building that certain portfolio. What? Have you all been to other countries whereby you can see the whole entire country, right? Maybe 75% or 80% is foreigners.
Yeah, I think Dubai is one of it, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Dubai, yeah.
Yeah.
Dubai, yeah.
Yeah, so there are a lot of other countries macam gitu. But then again, how can their own people work when they only have a certain population? They cannot supply and cannot give out that certain economy boost. But in a way, so to me, alhamdulillah, why? Because if the country employs someone and then the economy can move forward, isn't it benefiting everybody?
Because Dubai practically their governments, I mean it's good for their citizens. They give a lot of privilege, one
Yeah.
thing. Secondly, there's no income tax. Okay, so that's why they welcome foreigners to do business in Dubai.
They have a lot of money, bro.
Siapa?
Dubai.
Yeah, that's why. Kau kahwin pun dia kasih kau duit. Right, that kind of thing. Kau sekolah pun dia kasih kau free semua. So they don't need to work somehow. And they engage specialists. Example macam dorang yang airport pun is done by Singaporean. Dorang yang manpower semua, all the specialists are Singaporean. That's why you somehow hear that your friends kerja kat Dubai because they are the specialists.
Yeah.
Okay, then thirdly, business. Kenapa dorang suka all the foreigners, especially the European or the Americans, like to do business in Dubai? Because it's a central hub.
Yes.
With no tax, nothing. You come here and do business with us. We won't charge you anything.
Correct.
We don't need your money. That's why you cannot make a comparison. But if you see in Singapore, kenapa certain areas where particularly we cannot find a Singaporean? And do you encounter that your friends are doing a F&B ataupun restaurant, say, bro, I have to close down because I cannot get manpower? Because why? The logic Singapore punya rules are 1 for 1, and not Singaporeans are willing to do like F&B like macam you punya itu. What if let's say semua the quota of your friends punya dah cukup? Macam mana kau nak engage of Singaporean? Takkan yang angkat benda berat-berat tu you have to increase your pay instead of 100, one day 200 just to increase your pay? I don't think people will engage. So meaning as such, certain punya areas where Singapore is lagging. Example, the F&B, you're talking about the logistic, you're talking about construction, so forth, you see. And Singaporean kita punya pula tu, kita kalau boleh nak macam kerja engineering macam airport, technicians ataupun admin, so forth. They are not going to do all the dirty works. That's when the foreigners come specialize, let's say the Bangladeshis, Indonesia, the Indians to do the constructions.
Yeah, that's the difference. Macam dekat Dubai, bila aku pergi sana, aku ada interview with some people. They are happy over there. Even the foreigners, they are happy over there with the government. And then the Emiratis punya orang kira rakyat orang macam okay tau. The foreigner okay. Tapi in Singapore, it's all about complaining. It's all about blaming. The easiest way, aku tak dapat kerja, aku blame government lah. Kau tengok foreign worker ramai.
Sebab you have to know that government is not feeding us.
Unlike
Dubai.
Dubai.
Kalau you're talking about, we are still contented, as a Singaporean. True. I don't want to say which country lah. Our neighbours country, whichever neighbours country outside.
Masih juga, okay.
No, my point is it's a straightforward. It's a straightforward. Dia punya unemployed punya percentage berapa banyak?
Yalah.
Higher rate lah.
Higher rate. And you see kalau kau pergi F&B restaurants, kebanyakan orang apa? Orang juga, they are okay with it, They are okay, but we are not here in Singapore.
Actually, you touch on that, right? Maybe 20 years ago, 26 years ago.
Okay.
Apa kerja kau kasih aku, kau kerja aku buat heavy job pun aku buat.
Betul.
Aku pernah pecah container, keluarkan barang-barang semua 20 footer, 40 footer.
Back then,
furniture.
Is it because generations kan dah lembik?
Aku do not know, but these are the jobs that I'm capable and I need to do because I need money. The whole thing is I need money. So even if I have to work 12 hours, I ever work certain factories 12 hour $30 aku punya gaji. Tapi dapat tahu kita kena scam dengan orang yang kasih kita kerja tu. By right was supposed to be $60.
Dia makan
Dia makan And it's not a manpower agency, it's kira kawan. Kawan makan kawan punya benda macam gitu
Oh, kau daripada kecil dah kena makan
Agak kena makan dah.
Aku ngawal kena makan bila dah besar.
So when we talk about that, right, when I think back, asal orang tak nak kerja F&B What's so bad about F&B?
I don't know. Is it because they think they are smarter ataupun they think right now the kids nowadays are more self-entitled maybe?
Not too sure, but to me F&B is a place where you gain your experience.
Experience, knowledge of course.
Daripada introvert, kau boleh jadi orang yang berani nak berbual dengan orang. Right? Because approach, service-wise what? Excuse me sir, hi, can I get an order please? After take ready, go give serve ready, everything finish, then go back, ask back, how's the food like? That kind of thing lah. So I think I learned a lot through F&B experiences, which I feel that the younger generation should get themselves into. Right? And I feel that compare dulu punya gaji dengan sekarang punya gaji. Sekarang I heard that people are willing to pay $12 an hour.
Lagi besar.
Aku punya time bila aku kerja kat Burger King, 1 hour $2.60.
$2 $3,
And I was 15 years old. So when you see the projection, right, of the value that people is paying right now, it's already almost about 4 to 5 times higher. So to me, if you work 1 hour $12, 10 hour already $120. If you work 5-day week, 1 week dah berapa sih?
But bro, you are talking about when you are young. I don't mind to do that. But are you going to make this as your career? And that's an question.
Tapi masalahnya sekarang, the young generation pun tak nak buat kerja-kerja gini.
The young generations like whom?
Like macam dah habis NS so called, let's say, ataupun dah 21, 22 punya age apa semua. They are still lepas dia graduate, they are still looking at a job which fits dia punya certificate semua. They don't want to explore to like macam maybe F&B ke apa-apa semua.
Are you going to do that when you are 21 and you are graduates? Yourself?
F&B?
I will. Seriously, aku buat. Aku dulu macam-macam kerja juga aku bikin.
No. You're not talking about macam-macam kerja. Your career. After you are NS, you graduate and you want to work that as your career.
As a career, of course not lah.
That's my question.
Yeah.
Your youngsters, when you are talking about part-timers, you are talking about school holidays, they want to earn extra income, they will do that. I will do that too.
Okay, sekarang fikir career
Sekarang you're talking about careers. You're talking about kau graduates. Of course, what is your path? You want to go engineering ke? You want to go F&B ke? And like you, kalau Firoz cakap as a waiter atau F&B, are you going to do that after you graduate to be a waiter? That is the thing that we are lagging, that there's no Singaporeans want to do that. Tetapi kalau you make a comparison, kita lama-lama do $2.50, $4, we are students bro. Apa pun kita boleh buat, apa yang kita buat dapat duit, kita akan dapat. 12 jam ke 14 jam aku akan buat bro, tak kisah. It's a short term punya kerja apa. I'm not going to prolong until my careers. You see? I'll give you an example. Aku graduate engineering. Kenapa aku tak pergi engineering?
Okay.
Because your interest is not there. You see? I'm into sales. I'm all the while aku graduate aja terus aku sales. So what is your interest? So kebanyakan orang ni, the graduates ke, the diplomas, they want to pursue their apa yang diorang suka. You see? So ada tak orang yang suka go to F&B ataupun constructions ataupun into gardening or whichever? No.
Kadang-kadang orang yang graduate under the certain punya, let's say engineering nanti tiba masa dia punya kerja dia is not engineer. Lain
tak
benda yang dia bikin.
Tak suka.
Bukan pasal tak suka, pasal dia tak dapat apa yang dia nak. For example, dia engineer, graduate engineer, electrical engineer apa semua dia cuba untuk dapatkan into that line tapi tak dapat. So dia explore into other line. Aku tak tahu lah, maybe ada tinggal nursing ke apa semua. But maybe they excel in that kind of punya career. So you'll never know. Kalau kau fikir like macam aku is engineering, aku mati-mati dapatkan engineer. Sekali kau pergi apa-apa semua interview semua kau tak dapat, are you going to stay there? Kau tak cuba explore tempat lain? Itu yang aku rasa is like macam Singaporean, aku rasa this kind of youngsters nowadays is like that lah.
Okay.
I think as parents, I want to add on to this. As parents, right, we need to understand our kids, where's their direction, right? So it's about mentoring them. It's about finding the right career for them to pursue, right? If we do not focus on that, then we wouldn't know what kind of career they want to go to.
Yeah. True.
So example, in a situation, your kid just say that, okay, kalau let's say kau kira orang bapa yang kira macam bilang anak kau, okay tak apa, kau clear diploma je, apa course pun just clear. Tapi that certain kid tu, dia punya passion, dia punya grit not in that course. So mindset dia kan, psychological dia akan cakap, okay tak apa, aku just finish my diploma in this one, then nanti aku fikir apa aku nak buat.
Betul.
So he will still be lost end of the day. But if you are able to catch and you are able to mentor your kid to go in the right course, his skill set will be required in this country, and then that certain companies, right, might see his passion, might see his talent in it. Then from there, inshallah, they will be able to hire him or her.
But you're talking about fact and figures also plays a part. You got interest, you got potential. What is your asking price?
Salary.
You passion, interest also. Even though your portfolio you punya resume is good, at the end of the day, as a company, as a boss, I need to know how much is you're asking for. From there, then I can level up ataupun I can balance my budget. You see?
So it's back to whether the employer is he or she willing to pay. That's first, and ikut budget lah.
And the employee also reduce down your expectation a bit, please. Doesn't matter kalau kau tak ada 5 years experience, then reduce down a bit. Start from scratches. Doesn't rather than kau tak kerja apa. That is the thing. So I think mostly in Singapore yang graduates ni, they just see that what is the market price of the graduates, this price. What is the market price of the poly, this diploma, this price, and I follow. But do you know that you are competing with other people or not?
Exactly.
You are competing with migrants, workers semua tak? All the specialists there. They are willing to reduce down in order for them to get your job tau.
At the end of the day, aku rasa kat Singapore kau masih boleh cari duit, bayar bil, makan. Boleh. Pasal kau boleh buat delivery. Kau boleh buat apa-apa kerja saja for the temporary untuk kau hidup lah. Tapi kalau nak fikir pasal career masa depan itu dah next level lah. Fikir pasal market lain, recession lain, orang nak employ tak nak, gaji, expectation. So Yalah, tapi apa pun FSC ada, Feroz ada recruitment. He's open.
Yep.
And he's willing to guide you. Kau perlu ke experience ke apa-apa?
Aku don't need any experience because I came into the industry without an experience.
Yeah.
Experience is being developed over time. Asalkan kau willing to do it and you're able to make some sacrifices in terms of timing.
Are you guiding him also?
Then
Guiding
yes,
them?
Obviously I will guide them. So inshallah I will guide them. So long as you're willing, you're able to do it, then inshallah you'll be the right fit lah. Yeah.
And the requirement is diploma, at least the diploma, right?
There's a few requirements that you have, which is local diploma, A-level and etc. So you want to know more than just can reach out to me.
Correct.
Then I will then tell you lah whether boleh ke tak boleh ke macam ni lah.
Yang penting berbual dengan Feroz dulu. InsyaAllah Feroz akan bantulah dalam segi apa-apa saja. Macam nak call Feroz ni?
Ya, kau boleh call ataupun WhatsApp Feroz di 8168 7225 8168 7225. Okay.
Follow Miraj Advisory for social media. Semua update pasal peluang kerja, investment tips pun ada.